What's up, my friends? It's Griff Nielsen, your holistic lifestyle hacker. And today, I'm just down in my basement, and luckily I shooed the kids away from right there. They have a little bit of solitude here. Anyway, I wanted to talk about what I believe is a tremendous misconception in the way we Americans think about the cost of food, right? I've been coaching people nutritionally for almost 20 years now. And one of the main complaints that I get is, well, Griff, when I start to eat healthy, my grocery bill goes up. I mean, organic food is more expensive than conventional food, right? And eating healthy just is really, it's kind of a drain on my budget. And let me first say, I understand that. I don't want to impugn that. I don't want to say that it's not a real problem, because it is. I mean, I've got a family, I've got 4 kids, I've got a career, and I've got to pay bills and all these things. So I get it. So I want you to think about a great quote, okay? And it is this: pay the farmer now, or pay the pharmacy later. Now, think about that. How often are you putting foods in your mouth? How often are you ingesting substances that are in those foods that could adversely affect your health? I mean, this is a 24/7 phenom, except for when we're sleeping, right? We're eating. This is part of what we do as human beings. And if we really think about that, that is in large part determining our long-term health. The CDC, I'm looking at my computer right here, the Centers for Disease Control said, and I quote, 90% of the nation's $3.3 trillion expenditures in healthcare are for people, now get this, with chronic and mental health conditions. Now, this is what they're saying about these conditions. First and foremost, the number one killer in America right now, you might already know this, heart disease and stroke. Now, I have been reading a lot of books on this subject as far as what leads to heart disease. What most cutting edge researchers are finding, if they're honest with themselves and they're not biased by corporate funding, is that highly processed foods, and in particular sugar, is what leads to heart disease. Sugar causes inflammation. Inflammation causes arterial plaque, which therefore leads to heart disease. This is not coming from the fat in that egg yolk. Oh no, or how dare you have that avocado because there's fat in there, right? We're so fat phobic, but we've forgotten that what we're eating is leading to heart disease and stroke. So if that's the number one killer in America right now, and in worldwide, I believe, if my facts aren't wrong, should we not be willing to pay the farmer so that we're not shuffling out pharmacy bills and doctor's bills? I mean, we have to see beyond this. We have to see beyond just the receipt that we get from the cashier when we're at the supermarket. I personally believe that our investment into health, our investment into what we eat, is the single most powerful investment, most important investment in all areas of our lives. Because if you're concerned about just keeping the budget low and not spending a little extra money, well, what if you start to get a disease? What if you start to get heart disease? What if you if you come down with a stroke or cancer or any of these diseases that are highly, highly implicated into our diets and relevant to these diets? Now all of a sudden, you're not only 10xing your medical expenses, but you've slowed down on everything that is important to you: family, relationships, your mind, the ability to advance personally and professionally and spiritually. I personally believe that this is the most important decision that we can make, to look at the quality of the foods that we're eating. So let me just finish out this list here on the CDC. Cancer, diabetes, obesity. Then they go on to arthritis, Alzheimer's disease, And it tops out with epilepsy, tooth decay. And you know what's funny is they say risk factors: cigarette smoking, lack of physical activity, okay, excessive alcohol use. But then there's nothing about diet. There's nothing. I mean, what the hell? I mean, this is exasperating, because are we not seeing this? Yes, those things are fine. Yeah, alcohol, excessive alcohol use, lack of physical activity. Where is the 24/7 phenom that is called eating that is not accounted for by the CDC? And these are organizations we're looking to. You look at the same thing like the American Dietetic Association, American Diabetes Association, and they have a hard time admitting things. Well, it's about calories. No, it's a lot about the kind of food you're eating and a lot about sugar. But they're not going to tell you that overtly. What I'm saying here, before I tangent too much, is let's look at our lifestyle and ask ourselves a very important question. Is it worth the investment to buy a little bit more expensive food at that checkout line to preserve future relationships with yourself, with your family, to preserve the ability to function in a career, in a relationship? Can we look beyond that? Are we going to pay the farmer now for real whole foods that grow in the dirt from a tree or something that roams or swims? Or are we going to say, well, it's just too expensive. Oh no, can't do that. Now, I might seem a little smug, and I apologize if I am, but I get a little bit, let's just say, pissed off, because there's so many people that I see affected by this because, we don't want to pay the grocery bill. No, pay the damn grocery bill and then allow all those important things in life to manifest. Enjoy health, the single most important factor. All right, I'm going to wrap up on my rant here, but what I want to just a little action point here. I want you to challenge your mindset, your mind game. What kind of feelings and emotions do you get when you see that grocery bill? If you're spending a little bit more on the family grocery bill, do you get uptight? Do you get nervous? Think about it. And then ask yourself, okay, are we able to budget this in? Can we cut other expenses? And 90% of the time, there are some exceptions to this, but 90% of the times with clients that I work with, there is plenty of ways and means to cut expenses to make a little bit more leeway and a little bit more budget, if you will, for healthy foods. So look at that. Look at your mindset. Look at your budget, and then make a commitment. Okay? Make a commitment. I don't want you being part of these stats that I'm talking about. These, what was the number? Trillion. These are 3.3 trillion. Are we kidding ourselves? I mean, we really are concerned about the grocery bill when that is happening right now. 2019, this is what we are dealing with. And then we go to the doctor and have to bail ourselves out, and we keep pumping that number up. So I'll shut up now. Thank you, my friends, for watching. And remember, assess your mindset, assess what you can cut spending with, and then make it an absolute commitment. And I promise you, if you do that, you will make one of the most important investments of your life. So pay the farmer today, not the pharmacy. Thanks for checking in with me. Remember to subscribe if you haven't. I'm going to be sending out these videos of different topics. We range everything from mindset to personal development to holistic health to nutrition to hydration to sleep. You name it. This is lifestyle based, and I'm excited you're along for the ride. Please subscribe. Remember to never excuse away your inner greatness, and always remember, life is good. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.